You don't get it, you retarded Lenny. I can call you what I want because this is part of the vocabulary in my lifetime. I know. Now, if you're acting retarded and you want me to be a pedophile and you don't want to accept the facts of the case, you're the retarded one. You're so retarded. You're worse than anyone else who could accuse me. The only ones who would accuse me, even now, would be Sal and his dumbass girlfriend. Now, again, unless it's my own ex-wife, which means she's being double-minded. Can't make up her mind whether it happened or not either. So what are you saying? Now, again, my wife is recorded on tape as saying nothing happened. I even looked up in the camera and let her know she was being recorded, and I always do that, retard. Now, someone removed that from my video and acted like I edit. I don't edit a damn thing, dumbass. And if I didn't tell her on that one, I definitely told her on the second one. I also told her it was on speakerphone, retard. That's why you lose every time, retard. Now, why wouldn't the mother herself say it happened? Unless I was really asleep on the couch, retard. Children do not approach adults for sex, retarded Lenny, unless they are coached. The mother is actually involved and sent her in there to me. And what does it prove if I asked her who showed her that? And she said, Grandma. Well, she was only associated with one grandma, retard. One. Not my mother, Daphne's mother. My mother would have had to met her on the way from Virginia to Virginia to be with her. Do you understand? To even be involved with it. Now, I called my mother because Daphne left me in Tennessee. Now, she could have called my mother to try and explain it. I don't know. Now, if they did a plan, that would be when it all came out, though. I guess. Though it's not like Barbara didn't know Daphne was married to me and wanted the child to move in with me and her, which was part of the plan. Now, who again could have molested the child and have the child come in there to me? Only one person, Daphne. And her family. Unless my mom got involved with it too. Other than that, right. And then Sal and his girlfriend. 3 people to 1. 3 couples to 1. I was the last person who could have had any contact with the child when I was asleep on the couch. The only way she would have come in there to me is under those circumstances. Either her mother was trying to entrap me, I don't know, which I would ask her who showed her that, and she said grandma, which would prove it her mother, maybe my mother, but that's the point. Not me, retard. That's why you're retarded. That's why you cannot learn anything new. That's why you're stuck in your own past, like Dr. Phil or something. Now, Dr. Phil's shows are just repetitive over and over again, the same topics, but never proves anything new. They're so predictable. I'm talking about subject matter I ain't even heard on Dr. Phil. And when I watch the Dr. Phil show, again, they match up, retard. That's the point. He's gotten so repetitive about his shows, too. I can predict what he's going to say next. And I'm going to say, well, veteran, I don't even watch them half the time. Anymore. I used to be aware of him. I used to watch Oprah and Dr. Phil. I know. A little bit. As with Sally Jesse Raphael and other shows as well. I know. Now, the problem is what? I know. Marceline would have to have drove up from Georgia to meet Daphne in either Arkansas or Virginia, right? Right. There would be proof of that somewhere. That this was 1994. So who would know? Big Roddy or Mima or Renee? That's the point there too. Now, like I said, I don't know a damn thing. But you're making me suspect everyone. Even my own mother. Now, that's not to accuse even her, but she has the least credibility that something happened. Not Daphne's mom, whom she lived with for 2 years. And that's the point there, too. So unless you're suggesting my mom was introduced to her as her grandma and was the only other person who could have been involved with it, as a grandma to the child. Who else could it have been but the grandma on the Walker side of the family? Now, again, though, Sal and his girlfriend, again, also knew she was living with her grandma for 3 years, so they could have coached her to say grandma. Again, asshole, you know what it means when you're coaching your child to come in there to an adult male who's asleep on the couch. That means Sal took the role of the male. The girlfriend took the role of the grandma and told her to say grandma if I was to ask her who showed her that. Now, again, that's all what? Hypothetical. It's not proven in a court of law either way. What I'm saying there, though, is hypothetically, if I was asleep on the couch, and they knew I was sleeping on the couch because Daphne told them. So, who could have prepped her to come in there to me? They did. You don't have any proof I did anything with her because Daphne didn't have a mirror where she could see anything either. Or I just saw in the mirror. And I would damn sure wouldn't do anything with the child at all. The point there being is I knew what was going on. I would simply ask her who showed her that. For her to even come in there to me is suspicious behavior. Now, if I was laying on the couch and she was just watching me there, I would still know that's what? Creepy and bad behavior for a child to watch her stepdad asleep on the couch, which I've said that before, retard. Now, my stories make sense. Your story, calling me a pedophile all the time, does not. Don't even make sense if I licked her one time and showed her my penis. I can even explain that circumstantially as being a possible outcome if I decided to see if she was really molested. Now, I can explain that through my own messed up childhood. Not saying it wasn't messed up. But again, you're not an eyewitness to that either, retarded Lenny. And retard is part of a vocabulary. You don't like the use of the word because you don't want to apply it to yourself, but it might apply to you. This case. Now, maybe not in other cases, who knows? But you're acting like a retarded Dr. Phil, too. That's the point there, too. Who only talks about the same topics and can't really produce a new show, nor Oprah, nor any of you talk show hosts. It's always the same subject, like Jerry Springer. He's always with couples cheating on each other and shit like that. That's why some of the shows die out. Now, the reason Jerry Springer is popular is because, he doesn't mix words. His show is consistently what it is, and he don't try to be super sane like Dr. Phil or Oprah, or act like he's all perfect either. That's why Jerry's more popular than them two, too. Though they're full of shit by now. That's why Dr. Phil and Oprah at least started her own network. Because they're the same old stories. Now, I even wrote Oprah and Dr. Phil a few times about my car accident. Now I have medical proof through current x-rays that I broke my neck at the C1, C2, which is where Christopher Reeve broke his neck too, assholes of the year. And I told you that back then too. Now, what happened? You didn't want to believe me. That's your fucking problem. But, I can make that shit up. Or you can't get current x-rays and verify it. Now, if there's a quack doctor, of course, you can never verify it. Like with me in the VA. Only one doctor, the ER doctor, admitted to the fracture. But he still didn't say where the fracture was, which I knew where the fracture was. But I was still testing him to see if he would say it. Now, every doctor I've been involved with after the car accident is a fucking quack doctor, including those at the entrance board of the med board at Great Lakes in Great Lakes, Illinois. That's the point, too. You're all acting retarded, not me. You're all acting in a loop, not me. Now, what you're doing is trying to keep me in the loop. But the problem is, I escaped this when I asked the child who showed you, and she said, Grandma. Now, if Daphne was awake in the other room, and she heard her say Grandma herself, and I went in there and told her, hey, she said Grandma showed her all that, I would have her over the barrel forever. You know what that means too. Right? Right. There'll be no way she can prove me the pedophile, but her own mother the pedophile. Now, maybe if my mother grew up from Georgia Hart, she could be involved too, but that's the only way. And then Sal and his girlfriend as well. All of them could have had more opportunity to coach the child than I would even have. Because I wasn't interested in the child. I was just trying to move back to base before I even slept around the child. You understand why? I was paranoid that could happen. Now, when could it have happened? Only after she went and visited her real dad, Sal, first. Retard. And you might not like the word retarded, but some people it actually applies to. Some people are just so ass backwards, there ain't nothing you can do to teach them anything new either. They're like the old dog who you can't teach a new trick to because they're stuck in the loop. They're stuck in the past. Well, I'm not an old dog. I learned new things. I can be shown new things. I can be shown I'm wrong or made a mistake too. And admit it. But I know that night, if the child came in there to me, my best ploy was to ask her simply, who showed you that? And let her answer honestly and her say grandma, and then tell her mom, and I had it all nipped in the bud. As Don Knotts used to say on the Eddie Griffin show, nip it in the bud. I just nipped it in the bud, dumbasses. Bye.